A happy new year from us in the National Weather Service. This is Matt here, and it is 7 a.m. on New Year's morning, and I want to take these next few minutes just to continue to discuss the ongoing series of snow events here across the holiday and into Thursday and what we are expecting in terms of snowfall and impacts. First off, in terms of the snow amount that has already fallen through early New Year's morning, we had 2 to 5 inches on New Year's Eve night across northern Illinois, including even a little isolated area here that had some 5 to 6 inch reports. And then it tapers pretty quickly to the south, with some areas south of Interstate 80 having not seen any snow thus far. When we talk about the impacts going forward, first, accumulating snow today across northern Illinois, already ongoing. That north of Interstate 80 will be seen mainly during the daylight hours. That will lead to treacherous travel in places, especially due to the cumulative effects and having snow-covered roads, and then at times some modest snowfall rates and reduced visibility. Very similar as that shifts south of Interstate 80 this afternoon and going into this evening. There will also be treacherous travel just due to snow-covered roads. When we go forward here into later tonight into Thursday, there is still potential for heavy lake effect snow. It looks like we will definitely see some lake effect snow showers on Thursday, but we may have the potential to set up some pretty potent lake effect bands, and that includes into the city of Chicago on a weekday, Thursday, so that could have some potentially large impacts, and so we'll talk more about that coming up. Also, in the wake of this series of snow events, we'll go right into the bitter cold Thursday night into early Friday morning, especially across north central Illinois, the Rockford area, the Interstate 39 corridor, LaSalle, Peru area. Bitterly cold temperatures in kind of the lower end of that scale shown, so the minus 10 to minus 18, actual wind chills of minus 20 to minus 30 there. So the cold air will flood in after this. Current headlines that are in effect. Winter weather advisory continues today for areas north of Interstate 80. As we go into this afternoon and evening, one goes into effect south of there, and again, that is for accumulating snowfall. In this area here, there's also a lake effect snow watch that continues. Again, that's for later tonight into Thursday. That does include the city of Chicago. Early morning radar here shows the snow already having redeveloped, moving from west to east in that corridor. That will sink slowly southward through this afternoon and evening. But within these areas, you'll see the brighter reflectivities, which means modest snowfall rates. They'll continue to develop here and there throughout the morning and into the afternoon and evening, shifting slowly south. So for late this morning, this is the axis we expect. Some of the more modest snowfall rates that will slowly sink southward across Chicago this afternoon, and then moving into east central Illinois, northwest Indiana this evening. So when we talk about total snowfall here, we're also including what has fell since yesterday afternoon and into last night. So total amounts on the far north side of Chicago of 6 to 9 inches by early evening, we expect. Now, you may be thinking, well, boy, isn't that worth a winter storm warning? But it's been over a drawn-out time with no times of particularly heavy snowfall rates thus far, and so we've kind of kept that in the winter weather advisory. So total snowfall amounts taper slowly as you head southward there. Again, that 2 to 5 inches expected. Pontiac over to Rensselaer and Watseka, that's generally all happening this afternoon and evening. Now again, that lake effect snow area, that's late tonight into Thursday. That's mainly impacting lake-adjacent counties, although some of that lake effect snow could extend a county or even 2 counties inland, especially towards the Illinois-Indiana state line. For that snowfall event, this gets a little more challenging for exact snowfall forecasts, and that's because the key ingredient to a lake effect snow band is the ability for it to stay over the same area for a prolonged period of time, and it may shift here with this event. And we may have multiple bands, or we may not have any for a while there. So it makes it a little challenging, but in general, right now, our forecast is for 2 to 6 inches over a sharp area there near the lake. But we could have amounts significantly higher if any of those bands mentioned before hold over the same area, and that includes in the city of Chicago. So that's why the lake effect snow watch continues in effect. Now, for this cold air that comes in tomorrow night into Friday morning, again, that coldest air expected over north central Illinois, and then over to the east, where there still could be some lake effect snow going on in the northwest Indiana. There'll still probably be some clouds, and temperatures won't drop as much, but still pretty cold here as we head into Friday morning. Again, it's 7 a.m. on New Year's morning. Thank you for joining us for this latest multimedia weather briefing. Forecast information could change here as we go into today, including a change to that lake effect snow watch. So be sure to check back to our website, weather.gov/Chicago, as well as our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, along with staying in tune with our local media partners.